Okay, Monday morning in the kingdom, and I'm got the me phone in the hose shack. Yeah, see, it's in the hose shack. There's the hose this way. Yes, the hose that way. Yes. All right. So it's chilly out here. It's actually warmed up to minus 13 Celsius, but feels like minus 18 Celsius. But on the yo-yo scale, a warm plus 10, but feels like zero. Yes, zero. This is perfect weather to be salvaging what you sunk, but nobody cares. They were waiting for a quote. Yes, they had one window of opportunity, which is right now. They could have salvaged machines, had the crews there yesterday afternoon getting ready to salvage everything. But then again, what do I know? Oh, wait, I write books on this. Yes. Okay, so today we have all the heat on in the kingdom. Yes, everything. And back up here, we'll see if the me phone likes it. I fired up the wood stove in the shop for the Swedish kid. Yes, look at that. There should be some smoke. Ooh, look at that. And yesterday in the caboose, it got way too warm. Yes, way too warm. But that's okay, because I was in and out, and it was perfect, because the ground was frozen, so I wasn't tracking mud in and out. And also, too, last night I was a social butterfly, a world traveler. I went to Glasgow, Montana. A YouTuber had posted a video. He arrived in town with his electric car and he scooted around and he met the locals and they took him on tour of the Glasgow military base, the Air Force base, and they're cruising around. So I went to Google Earth and I was cruising too. So everywhere they went in the electric car sort of thing, I zoomed in on Google Earth. So that was a learning curve and I had fun and I enjoyed it. At the end of the video, the guy had to go to Estevan, Saskatchewan in Canada to recharge the car. Can you imagine that? Showing up to the border and saying the nearest charging point for my car is in up there and I just have to go there for 3 hours and charge it? Yeah, right. Now, if I tried that, oh wait, 2006, I tried to cross the border into the United States of America, and I ended up in the room. Yes, in the room. And they found out if I was wearing boxers or briefs underwear. It was unreal. So I don't have much luck at the border crossings. I don't know why. It must have been my wasted youth. Yes. Oh, wait, I write books on that too. All right, let's scroll this way. The sun is warm, and it's Monday. We might have to day drink today just because it's Monday, it's cold, and it's icky. But there we go. We got the sun over here. It's slowly moving north. Hard to believe. The tour season will begin here in June with all these people coming up here to fish and, how'd you say, bounce over that road to say they did it. Yes, the quest to the end of the world. Oh, look at that smoke. All right, we better get the me phone back in before it gets cold. Unreal. Plus, here comes the boss, so we better get to work.
Monday morning in WHO-ville, it's almost 10 a.m. and as you can see the sun is shining, but it is pretty windy out here and cold, so let's head inside, let the dogs out and make breakfast. Then at 1 p.m. I'll head over to the kingdom and see what we're doing today. 1 p.m. and I'm just finishing up lunch. This is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's minus 7 degrees Celsius, which is 19 degrees Fahrenheit. We even have the feels like on the bottom. Looks like it's going to be a nice windy day, so let's head inside and wait for 2 p.m. Then I'll go up and do the mail and head over to the kingdom. Almost 2 p.m. Now I'll head up and check the mail, then go over to the kingdom. Not sure what we're doing this afternoon, but it is still pretty windy out here. At least the sun is nice and warm.
Okay, it's almost 2 o'clock. The staff should be here. I've wandered around aimlessly lost for an hour, and I recorded these trucks over here, and it didn't take. So I went through them, and now they're up and running, so we'll have to, how would you say, improvise, adapt, and overcome. Clint Eastwood, Heartbreak Ridge. All right, let's walk over there. That's the 48 Chevy with a 216 motor. The 69 Chevy with a 250 motor, and the 67 Chevy with the 1984 256 cylinder I had in my 67 Chevy during high school. Oh, the memories.
2 p.m. and I made it to the kingdom. There was nothing in the mail today. I also switched over to my dad's me phone because it is too hard to get the videos off my phone and onto his. Now let's head down to the shop and see what we're doing today. Looks like we'll be moving the trucks around. We are moving them out of this spot here because as soon as it warms up, this little area turns into a mud pit. So we're going to bring it down to the shop and air up all the tires, do a little service, and then we can park everything. Got the 48 sedan delivery down to the shop. Now we'll air up the tires and do a quick little service. My dad put all the jerry cans in the back, so tomorrow morning we'll venture into WHO-ville and go to the... Got the 48 sedan delivery down to the shop. My dad's going to put some air in the tires and do a quick little service. Then this will get parked up by the house. Tomorrow morning we'll venture into WHO-ville and go fill all the jerry cans and top up the truck. Gotta make sure we air up the spare tire in the back of the 48 sedan delivery here, so my dad will pull it out and put some air in it. Terrible place for a tire. Perfect. Now we can park the 48 sedan delivery up by the house so it's ready for the morning. Now we'll bring the 67 and the 69 down to the shop and air up the tires and do a quick little service. These will get parked down by the shop onto good ground. Once it thaws out and everything dries up, we can move them around and park them in a better place. As you can see here, they are already starting to sink. Got the tires aired up. Now my dad went to go grab the other truck. This is what the inside looks like. Got both trucks down to the shop. Now my dad will air up the tires on this truck and do a quick little service, then we can shut them off. I will go inside and show you what the interior of this one looks like. Almost 3 p.m. We just got the trucks parked. We moved them back a little bit. That way we can still do stuff around the shop. I'm officially done in the kingdom, so I'll grab my dog treats and head on back into WHO-ville and do the weather at 4:30.
Okay, after coffee in the kingdom, and yes, oh man, is it chilly out here. It feels like winter, but we had 2 days of spring there. Got pretty warm, now we're chilly willy. So I got my clipboard out here, making a list. Yes, I'm colorblind, so I'm using a red pen. But the thing is these pens last forever. You buy the black ones or anything like that, they're junk. Yes, but I don't know, maybe the red ones are designed to last longer. Just like Smarties growing up. eat your Smarties, but don't eat the red ones last. Well, I'm colorblind, so that was kind of a pointless saying. All right, so we did lots of work on these trucks. We didn't do any work on them last summer because we were too busy cleaning up the kingdom and getting organized. So we got to finish off with changing out the trailing arm bushings up front there. We got them in the house, and then we can start putting the deck back on, or the floorboards in. We got everything done. It's all done. New brakes, new shoes, new drums, new park brake cables, new shocks, new. But this one here has to have the coil springs changed because that one's broken down there. Can you see that, Les Nessman? Yeah, it's broken. All right, so we're very pleased. We're doing the final list, and we changed out to these lights on the back because anything with a bulb up here does not last because the road's so rough. And this one has the rare or factory overload kit we have to do on this side because of the shadows. Yes, so that's a factory overload kit. It's on the glove box door showing that there was a farm truck from the south. It came from north of Winnipeg, but we spent a lot of money on it and it's just looking good. All right, so I'll do one hand here. Open the door. Okay, we got to order a new window. I don't know why the kids have to smash windows out, but this came from Grief Rapids where Johnny G lives, and the kids have to smash the windows out, so that's why they have this here. But we got lucky. They only got the windshield and the one side window. They didn't get all the windows because we have to have the big back window as part of the film trucks because I had a 67 Chevy in high school, and we had the bucket seats, and then if we were 4 people in the cab, the fourth person had to drop down so the cops didn't pull us over. So that's why we had to have the big back window. All right, so we got lots done here. Those are the heater hoses for the second heater that goes between the bucket seats. We have to do all the welding, and then the gas tank can go back in because you can see it's well ventilated. Yeah, it's well ventilated, but that's the Chevys back in the day. All right, let's walk around to the front here. Okay, so we had to buy special batteries to fit in the battery box hole. We got these from Sir Rodney in 2023. All right, we had a good work bee the summer of 2023. 2024, we took it off because there was basically no money, and now we can finish up, we hope. All right, so we got to improve the gas lines here, change things around. That is the original 256 cylinder motor with the chrome valve cover that I had in high school in my 67 Chevy. Yes, so it's history repeating itself. We have to rewire everything because you got to remember this truck is 60 years old. So that means, how would you say, there's no sense playing with junk. Start over. So we ran all new wires. We got to change the new heater motor, put that in. And over here, instead of farting around with the old, how would you say, windshield washer kit, it's cheaper to buy a kit and then plumb it in because that's the best way to do it. All right, we're very pleased. We got to put the proportioning valve back in because we figured out what was the matter with these master cylinders that were coming. They wouldn't build pressure or anything like that. Now we have it figured out because we're getting smarter the older we get. Also too, back in high school, we had the floor shifter right here, and that is the original floor shifter. But we had to change the handle because that's basically what we had in high school. So that works out good. So bucket seats, heater in the middle. Yes, the heater in the middle. And that's how we did it in high school. Yes, and we even gave up with the speedometers because you buy new cables, get it all working, and the cable snaps, everything like that. So you go for the satellite one, or the satellite speedometer. So the 48 Chevy has it, the 45 truck, the 46, and the 67 and 69. And we make it so, how would you say, we bypass everything. Keep it simple. And notice the park brake cable here and the clutch pedal. Let's go to the 69. Okay, I spent a year, how would you say, looking for a 67 Chevy with the big back window in the province of Manitoba. But how would you say, the wannabe sellers, the used car salesmen, the junk guys that on Marketplace jerked me around. So I got mad and I bought this from a Kingdom follower in Alberta. It's supposed to be a 68. I figured no problem. He's bought all my books. He follows along, so that's no problem. A little trip to Alberta in 2022 was no problem. And before I went to Alberta, that's when I got this one here. Yes, from one of Johnny G's co-workers over in Grief Rapids. And the funny thing is that when I came to WHO-ville here in 1996, I had a dually Chevy with the 6.5 diesel, and it quit. And guess who picked me up? The fellow driving this truck. So my first arrival into WHO-ville was a ride in this truck. Yes, so I remember it well. But we had to paint him exactly the way we had it back in high school, because it's hard to tell everybody that we had a white truck with gray doors, and now we're factory white, okay? So I figured no problem because we needed two. So that's no problem. We got two trucks, okay? So Xena, the staff can have one, I can have one. Plus these are film trucks because if my Naughty Natalie book series becomes films, they need trucks and has the details of what I wrote about in my book. So I went to Alberta to pick up the 68 and then we find out it's a 69. So we're just going to change it and make it look like a 67. Got to change the hood, change the grill. The 67s don't have marker lights, so we filled them in. But the thing is we're not bodywork. We can't do it up here. And it's easier to take it down to the south. And a good body man can fix this stuff up. So do all the preliminary and get it done. And we have to cover in the door holes because these are the mirrors we had back then. And we put the exhaust stack on. Yes, we got to have the exhaust stack up here, but we didn't have that in high school. All right, so the 67, or the 69 is an automatic. Park brake is right here, and there's no clutch pedal. Yeah, minor detail. So we say for the actors, this will be the actor's vehicle because most actors can't drive standard. So I would just say we'll keep it this way. I'm thinking of hanging a brake pedal or a clutch pedal down there as an anti-theft device. So if they get in, it's an automatic, but it's got a clutch pedal. Hang the clutch pedal, push it down to get it started. So this truck is about the same. They seem to all rust out in the same thing. The windshield's cracked, so it won't pass the safety. But these things are it's all done right. So these trucks will be dependable with a 6-cylinder gas motor because they get good gas mileage. So we're very pleased. We have to make them look the same. And the same here. We've done all the, how to say, U-joints, hanger bearings. We have the bushings for down there. And the breather's tube is up there. These are Positrack rear ends with the good gear ratio. And the oils, everything's been changed. So we're very pleased. Once the thing is done, we can finish the floor of the box and make it work. Yes, I'm so pleased. We got to get these trucks on the road this year. So we have a, how would you say, means of going out. We can do book signings or anything. But I was always hoping if they want to film my books, we have the film trucks that, you know, flash to cash. Oh yeah, it's just like those big time lodge owners, flash to cash. But the thing is, these both trucks will be done. And with little things like this can be changed out the way they film it and everything. But the main thing is they have to be reliable trucks for us up here. Like we can't drive junk because these tail lights up here don't last long. We had a 67 Chevy half-ton trailer for 20 years and was always light problems at the back, and then we learned. All right, let's continue our quest today. It's getting chilly standing here holding the me phone.
4:30, and this is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's -9 degrees Celsius, which is 15 degrees Fahrenheit. We even had the feels like on the bottom. It was pretty nice in the kingdom today, but that wind is cold, so let's head inside and let the dogs out. Then I can get supper ready and end my day.
Okay, 5 o'clock in the kingdom and we're calling it quits. Yes, you can see the fresh tracks here and the not so muddy there. I took my mini hoe out for a ride. Yes, a nice relaxing way to finish the day. Go for a ride on your hoe. Yes, a happy hoe. Oh yes, the hoe's back in where it's warm, so it's a happy hoe. All right, the sun's in my eyes. Look at the trucks. They're looking good. Everything's looking good. But then again, we don't have a mess this year. Not like all the other years. Look at the flags. They're in their natural state of being happy, and that's going to be me after a couple more beers. All right, let's go walk the dogs, drink some beer, make a video. Talk to you later.